I feel your presence on my skin. I feel you spreading out within. This time you got a hold on me. 'Cause now I look at you differently.
Oh my gosh, we have made it. We have made it through 3 months. This is my 12th video and I am counting this as 3 months. Jake said to me recently,
if you divide 52 weeks by 4, that's actually 13, so 13 videos is 3 months.
Honestly, if looks could kill, I would be an actual widow right now. I said 12 weeks and that is what we're doing, 12 weeks. And I won't have another word said about this, all right? 12 weeks is 3 months in my mind. Anyway, today's video is all about deciding whether or not to carry this channel on, and I thought, why don't I share this thought process with you, because I know that making career decisions can be quite tricky, and whether I continue this YouTube channel is very much a career decision. Maybe this could be the perfect last video, or is it the last? So we have done 3 months, 12 videos, we've had 224 subscribers, 14.3 thousand views, which is insane because of that one video. It still leaves us with one question. Should I give up? Let's get into it, shall we?
Don't say I realized too late. Don't say you wanna give me space.
So there are 3 questions that I ask myself when I'm trying to make career decisions. Number 1, does it move you towards your North Star? Number 2, what will you get from this endeavour even if you fail? And number 3, what does it take away from? So let's start with number 1, which is the North Star. For me, a North Star is like a kind of fuzzy goal. It's like somewhere you are trying to get to, even if you're not quite sure how you'll get there or what exactly it will look like. So for me, for years, my North Star was become a full-time artist. And I wasn't really quite sure how I was going to make that happen, but I used that North Star as a way to help me make decisions about what I did in my career. I always measured it up against, does this get me closer to becoming a full-time artist or not? Now that I am a full-time artist, my North Star has changed. What my North Star is now is to have creative autonomy and have financial stability. And those are the 2 things that I'm trying to get towards, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. Is my YouTube channel helping me with those 2 things? Well, immediately, not really. But in the long term, if this YouTube channel works out, then yes, it absolutely would do. Recently, I had a friend say to me, oh, do you want to become a full-time YouTuber? And I said, absolutely not. That is really not what success looks like to me. And she said, oh, do you want to be on TV? And I said, no. And she was like, do you want to be on the radio? And I was like, no. Why I am doing this is absolutely for the love of art and to be able to make more art. That is my goal with this channel. Let me share with you the dream for this channel. The dream for this would for me to actually build a community of people who absolutely adore public art. My ambition is to create value by sharing my knowledge, and then through that, creating a way that I can monetize that value, and then use that to create more public art, which then adds to my knowledge, which I could then share on this channel, and it would kind of like feed itself. Like, that would be the dream. So I currently run my business very similar to an architect practice, which isn't a surprise because that's how I learn how to do things, which basically means I go from client to client and project to project, which absolutely works, but I have also seen the pitfalls in this business model. Number 1, this business model relies on me selling units of time. And the problem with that is to make more money means that you need to sell more time. And because I only have so many hours in the day, the way that you end up selling more time is that you hire more people and then you sell their time on your behalf. I am very conscious of the fact that I don't want to accidentally become a manager who occasionally draws. I want to be an artist. So for me, growing a practice is not a model of growth that I personally want to pursue. The second issue with the model that I currently have is that it's quite boom or bust. I love creating large-scale artworks, which is great because they come with large contracts, but it means if 1 or 2 contracts fall through, it can significantly affect my annual income, and that just feels quite risky to me. So if I was able to make YouTube work, then that means I'd have the ability to monetize my knowledge as well as monetizing my time. That creates opportunities for me to create monthly reoccurring income, whether that be through a Patreon model or through passive income through AdSense, for example. And if I could make that work, that would absolutely change how I work and could give me more autonomy over my creativity and also additional financial stability. But we all know how difficult it is to make a YouTube channel work. So that moves me on to my second question. What will I get from this even if I fail? It is very rare that something is a complete waste of time. And if I continue to work on this channel and the dream doesn't quite happen, will I get enough from the experience to justify the time that I've spent on it? YouTube feels like such a shot in the dark that I have really thought about this carefully. Being able to communicate online is becoming more important than ever. Even if I completely ditch being an artist and go and get some other random job, I'm pretty sure being able to make video content online is going to be appealing to people. I think everything I learn can probably pay off in my career in different ways. Question number 3 is, what does it take away from? For me, this is my number one concern. I have always been constantly worried that my portfolio isn't focused enough, and I kind of feel like, is this really another thing I need to add to my plethora of things that I do? My portfolio is schizophrenic as it is. And I have thought, like, is this me just like being a little magpie, being like, ooh, shiny new thing over there, why don't I take up filmmaking too? Honestly, sometimes I think, focus, Hannah, just focus on one thing and do that well. I have tried over the years to focus on one thing, but I just can't. One of the biggest takeaways I've had of these 3 months is how much longer these videos take to make than I actually realised. And I have spent a few Friday nights on my own in my spare bedroom editing instead of hanging out with friends or family. And I do question whether it is a positive thing for my relationship with productivity, which I think I'm a little bit addicted to. Sometimes I feel like I'm just addicted to like filling up time with stuff, with something to do, and YouTube really does that very well, because honestly you can spend hours and hours and hours on these videos. I've also noticed that my phone time has gone up considerably, especially, can you see that fly? It's back again for the last video, cameo, does anyone remember? My phone time has gone up considerably because now I count watching YouTube as research. Anyway, after considering the answers to those questions and making a considerable pro and cons list, I have decided, drum roll please, to continue my YouTube channel. But I will no longer be posting weekly because honestly, I can't keep this up. It's too much. If you have watched my videos up to now, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If there's any particular ones that you enjoyed, please let me know. And please do subscribe to my channel because I will be back, not next week, but I will be back. And in the meantime, if you're interested in keeping up with what I'm doing, just head to Instagram and follow me at Hannah Bennyhood Studio. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Oh my god, this is going on for so much longer than I thought.